you see the whole world shaking, and you feel your heart is breaking? Take my hand, no hesitating. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feel this, we're taking the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feel this, we're taking the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now.
Greetings, GY class of 2020. We are here in the theater with the current GY class, and we have been working hard to put something special together for you in recognition of your graduating year. We would love to have celebrated it live, but this was something that we wanted to put together for you in honor of your dedication to the school, and we hope that you enjoy our presentation. Congratulations, and all the best in the future. Take care.
Good evening. Firstly, a huge thank you to our Grade 12 musicians who have graciously provided the music for us today. Welcome everyone to the 2020 virtual graduation ceremony. Wherever you are, we wish we were all together in person. So consider this a huge virtual hug and warm welcome. My name is Celia Bland, and I am the director of the Senior School. To begin today's ceremony, it is my sincere pleasure to introduce the Chair of the Board of Directors, Mr. David Myers. Mr. Myers and his wife, Ms. Lisa Daniels, are past CDS parents. Their daughter Hannah graduated in 2008, and their son Keegan graduated in 2010. Mr. Myers owns David J. Myers and Associates, a management consulting and organizational effectiveness company assisting private and public sector organizations to improvise their business performance. It is my distinct honor to welcome David to the podium at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Bland. Hello, my name is David Myers. I'm the chair of the Board of Directors for CDS. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Mr. Liggett, head of school, and his leadership team, I would like to welcome you to this video. For 47 years, the CDS community has been meeting in early June to celebrate and honor the efforts and results of our graduating students. This year, our 48th year, was no different, in the sense that we found a way, and I do want to emphasize we found a way, to recognize the accomplishments of our graduates, although this celebration was significantly different. COVID-19 arrived in early January of 2020, and is likely to be with us, in my opinion, if everything goes well, until the end of 2021. During this time, everyone in society had to make changes to their lives, and I mean everyone. CDS was no exception. Whether you were a parent, a student, a teacher, the head of school, a member of our administrative or faculty teams, everyone, almost everything in our lives changed. However, in my mind, there was one thing that did not change, and that was the CDS community's relentless will to ensure that as a community, we all, no matter what our role and responsibility is within the community, collaborated to continue to provide the best available education possible to you under a continually set of changing conditions. Before I make a comment to our 2020 graduates, I want to express my sincere thanks to our parents, faculty, leadership team for their absolute remarkable effort to work together to ensure we are able to provide the best available education possible. Your understanding of the situation, your ongoing patience, trying at times, I am sure, are an enduring example of the love, dedication we all have for your children and for our students. To the graduates of 2020, I say this. You started your graduation year in September of 2019 with the goal of graduating in June of 2020. In September of 2019, you had no idea of the changes you would have to make and/or endure in order to achieve that goal. The important message I want to deliver to you today is despite what you had to do in order to achieve your goal of graduating in June of 2020, you did it. You accomplished your goal. Was your year the way you thought it would be? No. Did you have to do things differently? Yes. Was it harder than you thought it would be? Yes. Did you have to make sacrifices along the way? For sure. Did you do everything in your control to achieve your goal to graduate? Absolutely. And I want you to know that I, your teachers, your mom and dad, and your family couldn't be prouder of you. As a man who is closing in on the end of his 6th decade of life, my best wish for you today and going forward is that in the fullness of time, you not only come to appreciate, but honor what you experienced this past year. Because in my view, that is what life is about. You set goals that are important to you, and then you go about doing whatever is morally, legally, and respectful to do in order to come any and all obstacles in your way, in order to achieve those goals. In other words, you find a way, and that's what you did this year. In closing, I want to welcome you to a growing body of CDS alumni who live all over the world. And as you go out into that world and follow your dreams, I want you to always know that the front doors of CDS are always open to welcome you home. Thank you, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. In the graduating year, students who have achieved over 80% are recognized by the government as Ontario Scholars. Mr. Liggett will read out the names of the students who are Ontario Scholars when he speaks about the graduates. Academic Distinction Awards are given to students who have achieved an average of 90% or higher. Additionally, certain students have been awarded subject awards. We will now present our key academic awards. These awards go to the students whose academic achievements have stood out and who have set the pace for their peers and challenged their teachers every step of the way. The Director of Studies Award goes to the senior student who has shown the most significant progress in the academic program over the past year. This year's recipients are Jamie Dibble and Louise Paulicelli. Congratulations, Jamie and Louisa. The Governor-General's Medal is presented on behalf of Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Julie Payette, Governor-General of Canada. The Governor-General's Academic Medal, established in 1873, recognizes students who have achieved the highest academic average. We present this medal to the graduating student who has finished at the top of his or her class as measured on the average of their entire grade 11 and 12 courses. This student's combined grade 11 and 12 final average is 96.5%. This year, the award goes to Sarah Gibbons. Congratulations, Sarah.
Dear graduates of 2020, a brief word from me to you and your families before I read your wonderful graduating comments. Know that I and everyone at the school wanted so much for you to have our usual graduation ceremony, where we could all be together here in the auditorium. Unfortunate circumstances we are all much too well aware of have challenged making that want a reality. Graduates, many of you know me well enough to recognize that I'm a deeply emotional person. I know and understand that last spring was an incredibly challenging experience for you. My heart is with you and with your families. Rather than focus on those significant challenges, I am going to very intentionally right now choose to at least accentuate some of the positives. You are a remarkably able and wonderful group of grads. We miss you. I hope you remember all the remarkably positive time you were able to spend with your classmates, with your favorite teachers, in a shared and normal way here on campus before the pandemic hit. And I will treasure, as I always do, the opportunity to read your comments, to hear of your accomplishments, to hear of the realization of your post-secondary dreams around what you are setting out to study and do. And beyond that, in the years and decades to follow, to hear tale of what this particularly fine group of grads will make out of this world, its challenges and its opportunities. Stay positive, and we know you will have an incredible impact. We are very, very proud of you. We're now going to read out the comments as we always do. You don't need to somewhat awkwardly stand in the spotlight this time, but we're going to put a few visuals up of you as I read the comments. For each graduate, I'll indicate how long they've been at CDS, their favorite activity, and their fondest memory. I will then read the comment that they have crafted, indicate whether they are an Ontario Scholar, and their program of study and university of choice. So, here we go. We will start with GYA. Bailey Abrams. Bailey has been a student at CDS since grade 7. Her favorite extracurriculars are basketball, hockey, and tennis. Her fondest memory, Mr. Edwards' birthday party. The last 6 years have ultimately shaped who I've become as a person, and I owe it all to CDS. I'd like to thank my teachers and coaches for the unwavering support and care they have given me. As well, I'd like to thank my family who've stuck by my side through everything, specifically my mom and dad. I'll never be able to thank you enough for giving me the privilege to attend such an amazing school. I will forever be grateful for the encouragement and love that you guys have shown me. Lastly, my time at CDS would not have been complete without my amazing group of friends. I will cherish our memories forever. I'll miss everybody so much, but my time at CDS has prepared me for my next chapter in life, and I'm so excited to see where it takes me. Bailey is an Ontario Scholar with distinction, and next year will be studying science at Queen's University. Stephanie Aslazova. Stephanie joined CDS in grade 3. Her favorite extracurricular was tennis. Her fondest memory at CDS, seeing my friends every day. CDS has not only brought me an education that I will appreciate for the rest of my life, it's also introduced me to my very best friends that I will cherish and love forever. I want to thank every teacher who's not only helped me accomplish my best work, but has also dealt with me throughout the years. Most importantly, I want to thank my family who allowed me to attend CDS and gain all these amazing memories. Graduating from CDS is just the start to another amazing journey that we all begin together. Stephanie is studying commerce at Concordia. Jack Benjamin. Jack has been at CDS since grade 1. He's a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars were rugby and the Eversley Register. His fondest memory, growing up. All the good you do today will be forgotten by others tomorrow. Do good anyway. Live happily and with no regrets. Jack is studying graphic communication management at Ryerson University. Isabella Busada. Isabella has been at CDS since grade 5. Her favorite extracurricular activities, she enjoyed playing on the soccer and rugby teams as well as the leadership opportunities on student council. Her fondest memory was the senior girls soccer team trip, throwing Miss Leacock and Miss Purdy a surprise birthday party in our hotel room this year at Case in Quebec. I am a very grateful person, and my gratitude stems from opportunities such as the one I have had over the last 8 years at CDS. I want to thank my counselors, teachers, and all staff who've not only pushed me academically, but have pushed me to learn more about myself than I thought there was to know. I want to thank my friends for allowing me to make memories that will never be forgotten and friendships that will last forever. Lastly, I want to thank my family who've done everything in their power to help set me up to excel in whatever I decide to pursue. I want to especially thank you for being there with me to conquer any challenges I have experienced during high school and for teaching me what happiness is. Thank you, CDS, for everything. Isabella is an Ontario Scholar with distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Accounting Achievement Award and the Grade 12 Biology Achievement Award. She's studying Management and Organizational Studies at University of Western Ontario with pre-admittance to the Ivy School of Business. Michaela Dabbit. Michaela has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars have been soccer, hockey, and track. Her fondest memory at CDS was the Case soccer tournaments and Hawaii track trip. To my teachers and coaches, I'm beyond grateful for the conversations I've had with you and the life lessons I've learned from you. With your encouragement, dedication, and open arms, I've become the student, athlete, and friend that I am today. To my friends, the endless memories with you guys are priceless. I know that you will have a meaningful and exciting future. I'm so lucky to have met such extraordinary people. To my family, you've pushed me to strive for the best for the last 14 years. It's my turn to show you what I have learned for the next years to come. I'm so grateful for your endless support and love. CDS will always be such a special place to me, and I'll never forget all the memories that have made me the person I am today. Thank you. Michaela is an Ontario Scholar with distinction, and she's studying science at Queen's University. Cassie Hoy. Cassie's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurricular was senior girls rugby. Her fondest memory, all of the breakout week trips. It's been an amazing 4 years. CDS has allowed me to have a variety of unique experiences and the opportunity to form many long-lasting friendships. Through the support of friends, teachers, and staff at CDS, I've had the ability to grow and develop as an individual. I'd like to thank all of them for making my time at CDS memorable and for their encouragement and inspiration. To my family, a huge thank you. Thank you for your guidance and support and always believing in me, even through the difficult moments. My time at CDS has prepared me well for the next chapter in my life, and I can't wait for all the new experiences to come. Cassie is an Ontario Scholar and is studying life sciences at McMaster University. Maria Kostunina. Maria has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurricular was softball. Her fondest memory, all the small things, like sitting around and just talking with friends. Walking into orientation day, I was pleasantly unaware of the great friends and memories I was about to make. From the breakout week trips and the softball practices, to even the smaller things like lunch in the dining hall and time spent between classes, there was always opportunity to make memories that will last a lifetime. I'm so grateful for every one of my friends, peers, and teachers that have taught me lessons that I will take into university and beyond. I sincerely thank the teachers and staff that have supported me and allowed me to grow academically and personally. However, we can't forget the people that have supported us throughout our entire lives. So thank you to my parents, my sister, and everyone else in my family who've given me nothing but love and encouragement. Finally, thank you CDS for all the experiences you have given to me. Marie is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Spanish Achievement Award. She is studying life sciences at McMaster University. Lucio Massini. Lucio has been at CDS since grade 2. His favorite extracurriculars were track and field and soccer. His fondest memory, the England and Hawaii trips and winning the gold at OFSA. I'd like to thank my parents for providing me the opportunity to attend this school, as well as my teachers and coaches for helping me make this a memorable experience. I will miss you all dearly. Lucio is studying honors science at Wilfrid Laurier University. Sabrina Petrangelo. Sabrina has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars were the Tim's runs. Her fondest memory of CDS, making TikToks. To start, shout out to the girls for making every day at school an exciting one. The laughs we shared and memories we made will never be forgotten. Most importantly, I want to thank my parents for making my high school experience at CDS possible. I appreciate all that you do for me. I also want to thank my sister for always helping me out when I needed it, especially for proofreading all of my essays. Although this is a bittersweet goodbye, I'm ready for the next step in my journey. On that note, peace out CDS. I'm Dal bound now. Sabrina is an Ontario Scholar, and next year will study commerce at Dalhousie University. Hannah Irene Segal. Hannah has been at CDS since grade 1. Hannah is a lifer. Her favorite extracurriculars were track and the coding club. Her fondest memory, prom. I've been at CDS for 12 years and have 12 years of amazing memories. Having to summarize my experience in 150 words makes me too sad, so I'm not going to. It's been real. Thank you. Hannah is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and studying science at the University of Western Ontario. Allison Simpson. Allison has been at CDS since grade 10. Her favorite extracurriculars have been student council, personal fitness, and track and field. Her fondest memory, exploring university towns with my friends on the GY trip. I'd like to thank CDS for making school a welcoming place that I've enjoyed attending each and every day. When I started here in grade 10, I never thought I would make the lifelong memories that I have. I came here dreading the one lap in gym class to attending a track and field training camp in Hawaii. I'd like to thank my friends for accepting me and my questionable musical choices. To my parents, thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend CDS, as it was by far the best 3 years of school lunches I've had. To my sister Claire, thank you for always keeping me on my toes and for giving me a good laugh whenever I needed one. Have fun being an only child until I come home and take my room back. Thank you, and here's to the next chapter. Allison is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying engineering at McMaster University. Lauren Humans. Lauren's been at CDS since grade 11. Her fondest memory was the incredible experience and the friendships that she's gained. What I will remember most about my high school career is the people and teachers that have impacted me and I've met over the years. I'd like to thank everyone that has supported me throughout this time, from my teachers, my incredible parents, to my sister and friends. I'm very appreciative of the opportunities I've experienced both academically and through friendships at CDS. Stepping into this new chapter and graduating is a big change, though I am excited and looking forward to the future. Lauren is an Ontario Scholar and is studying commerce at Queen's University. Maya Humans. Maya has been at CDS since grade 11. Her fondest memory is meeting amazing friends and having such memorable experiences. Thank you to everyone who supported me throughout the last 4 years of my life as I've navigated through high school. Thank you to all the wonderful teachers and staff who've helped me learn and grow at CDS over the last 2 years. However, a special thanks to my parents, whose unconditional love and support mean more than they will ever know. Undoubtedly, without guidance from each of you and encouragement, I would not be the person I am today. I cannot wait to see what bright futures my friends and classmates have ahead of them. Mai is an Ontario scholar and is studying commerce at Queen's University. And now on to GYB. Ryan Bannerman. Ryan's been at CDS since grade 7. His favorite extracurriculars have been snowboard team and the volleyball team. His fondest memory was hiking the Bruce Trail in outdoor ed. Coming to CDS in grade 7, I didn't know what to expect. I was eager yet anxious to start the year at a new school, as many kids would be, but on that first day of school, it felt like I'd already been here for years. The memories I've made at CDS will forever be remembered, whether that be the 3 outdoor ed trips I went on, missing every Wednesday in the winter for snowboard team, or learning a new sport in grade 9, volleyball, and sticking with it while having a blast, no matter what the outcome of the games all through high school. I'd like to thank everyone in the CDS community for making it such a great place, but more specifically my parents, teachers, and coaches for always being there for me and guiding me to my future. Ryan is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying engineering at Queen's University. Vanessa Chikrin. Vanessa joined CDS in grade 6. Her favorite extracurriculars have been golf and art. Her fondest memory, the grade 8 Quebec trip. Her remarks. I've been waiting for this day for a long time, and I'm happy that it's finally here. Thank you to my parents, teachers, and everyone that believes in me. Vanessa is an Ontario Scholar and is studying physics at St. Andrews University in Scotland. Sarah Gibbons. Sarah's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars have been mock trial and rugby. Her fondest memory was hiking and getting stuck in Peru. Thanks to my teachers for being lenient when I needed support, my friends for allowing me to distract them during class, and my parents for supporting me and driving me to games, competition, and occasionally 45 minutes from Barrie, just so I could sleep in during first period spares. I can't quite say I'm sad to be leaving because I won't miss waking up before the sun rises and getting home after the sun sets. However, I will miss laughing with my friends, joking with my teachers, and obviously, the amazing food. Thanks. Sarah is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying Arts and Science at McMaster University. Kira Gupta Baltazar. Kira joined CDS in grade 6. Her favorite extracurriculars have been all the sports. Her fondest memory, the U15 Girls Case Soccer Tournament in Halifax. I want to thank everyone who's been involved in my academic and personal journey through elementary and high school years here at the Country Day School. This school is like no other in its ability to welcome everyone with open arms and smiles. I'm so grateful for my time here, and I know that I'm well prepared to start the next chapter of my life in California. My academic and athletic careers are far from over, and I'm excited for the opportunities that lie ahead. Kira is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Physical Education Achievement Award. She's studying pre-med at the University of San Francisco. Jack McDonald. Jack has been at CDS since grade 5. His favorite extracurriculars have been Model UN, soccer, and debating. His fondest memory, the junior boys volleyball team getting our first and only win of the season. Thank you to every teacher who helped me learn and succeed during my time at CDS. The experience I've had here are invaluable, and I'll continue to carry them with me. Thank you to my family who tried to keep me on track and have constantly supported me and given me the ability to excel in what I choose to pursue. To all my friends, talking at lunch or in the GY Lounge with you was always the best part of my school day. I could not ask for a better group of people to have spent every day of the last 8 years with. Jack is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Arthur L. Davies Award, the Achievement Award for Grade 12 History, and is studying social science at McGill University. Henna Mangat. Henna has been at CDS since grade 5. Her favorite extracurriculars are soccer, volleyball, and tennis. Her fondest memory, all of the laughs in class. Over the past 8 years, CDS has become a part of my family and has shaped me into the person that I am today. Thank you to my parents for the opportunities and constant support you've provided me. To my grandma, thank you for being an inspiration, and to my younger siblings, Brennan and Dia, I'll miss the car rides to school together and know that I will always be here for you. Thank you to my teachers and coaches for always believing in me. The life lessons that you've taught me will always hold a special place in my heart. To my friends, I'm grateful for all the joy and laughter I will forever cherish the memories we've made here together. Although I must say goodbye to such a special place, I know that CDS will always be a part of me, and as an Ontario scholar and is studying science at Queen's University. Leo Palermo. Leo has been at CDS since grade 5. His favorite extracurricular was soccer. His fondest memory, going on the England soccer trip. One of my best memories throughout all my years at CDS was the senior boys soccer trip to England. Besides creating and strengthening friendships and providing tons of fun and skill improvement, the trip really showed how much the teachers and coaches care about our well-being and happiness. I would say this is what separates us from most schools. I want to thank all the teachers that have helped me and my friends out, whether it was to take time out of their days to make sure we understand a lesson or idea, or to find balance through sports or activities in our lives. I couldn't think of a better community to grow up in and due largely to the care put into the school. I think the faculty deserves all the credit. Leo is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying engineering at Queen's University. Serena Sethi. Serena has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars are softball and HOSA. Her fondest memory, creating and running the American Sign Language Club. My 4 years at CDS have introduced me to many perspectives, challenged my thinking, and tested my abilities. From clubs and committees to in-class discussions and presentations, I feel that I am well prepared as I continue my academic pursuits in new surroundings. I'd like to thank my parents for their unwavering support and belief in me to try new things and step out of my comfort zone. I'm also appreciative of my 2 older brothers' advice and encouragement for school and non-school related activities. My takeaway from CDS, especially in this last year, is to continue to consistently dream big and work hard towards those dreams, because with persistence and self-belief, anything can be achieved. Thank you. Serena is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying at McGill University. Ben Smiley. Ben has been at CDS since grade 7. His favorite extracurriculars were the soccer team and the snowboard team. His fondest memory, winning OFSA snowboarding with the boys. I want to say a special shout out to everyone who helped me with assignments over the past 4 years. I couldn't be here without you all. And another big shout out goes to CDS for giving me an extra long vacation in Peru. In all seriousness, I made so many memorable experiences that I will cherish for the rest of my life, including the soccer trip to England with the boys, missing every Wednesday in term 2 for the snowboard team, and so many more. A final thanks to everyone who supported me along the way, and to all my friends, teachers, and coaches who made my 6 years at CDS so special. I will miss the community a ton and everyone I met along the way. I hope the best for everyone in their future endeavors. Ben is an Ontario Scholar and is studying Business Administration at Wilfrid Laurier University. Eve Stewart. Eve's been at CDS since JK. She's a lifer. Her favorite extracurriculars were soccer and volleyball. Her fondest memory, all of the lunches, breaks, and study sessions where I got to spend time with my friends. First, I have to thank my parents, whom I love very much and greatly appreciate the lengths they've gone to in order to support my academic career and extracurricular activities. Thanks to my sisters, Lauren, for setting the bar way too high for me in math, and Kristen for starting the legacy of being late. Thanks to my incredible teachers for their help and support, and finally, thank you to my best friends, Regan, Angelica, Lauren, and Hannah. The 4 of you mean the world to me. We've grown up together, and I know I wouldn't be the same person I am today if it wasn't for you girls. I love each one of you so much, and I'm excited to see where the future takes you guys, because I know it will be amazing. Bye, CDS. It's been a long and unforgettable 14 years. Eve is an Ontario Scholar and is studying Media, Information, and Technoculture at the University of Western Ontario. Anel Tursunbayeva. Anel has been at CDS since grade 4. Her favorite extracurricular has been band. Her fondest memory, the antics of grade 8. The past 9 years at CDS, I've met the most amazing people and created unforgettable memories. To my friends, thank you for providing me with so much joy and happiness. I will always treasure the time we spent together. To my family, thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend CDS and providing me with the constant love and support. You inspire me every day to work both smarter and harder. CDS will always be a special place and time of my life. As this chapter comes to a close, I will hold dear the memories I created at CDS. Anel is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying Physical and Mathematical Sciences at the University of Toronto. Amber Zabel. Amber's been at CDS since grade 5. Her favorite extracurricular was volleyball. Her fondest memory, the GY trip. My experience at CDS wasn't the typical 4 short years of high school. I've been surrounded by my teachers and friends for several years and have been able to create great memories that will last a lifetime. I want to thank my parents and teachers for being so supportive during my time here at CDS and making it a meaningful experience. Amber is an Ontario scholar and is studying humanities and social sciences at the University of Guelph. And now we're at GYC. Hillary Bennett. Hillary has been at CDS since grade 5. Her favorite extracurriculars have been the school plays, musicals, and softball. Her fondest memory, we're going to have to say it's Peru because of the craziness of the trip, but the people I have made friends with and the laughs we had. Thank you for everything. Thank you, teachers, for being there for me and supporting me throughout my school years. Thank you for helping me through difficult times. You mean so much to me. The skills I learned from CDS will stay with me throughout my life and will help me with my pursuit of my career. I will never forget my experiences at CDS, and thank you all once again. Hillary is an Ontario scholar and is studying theatre at Memorial University of Newfoundland. Anthony Botticcio. Anthony's been at CDS since grade 4. His favorite extracurriculars have been senior tennis and concert band. His fondest memory, watching Brideshead Revisited in grade 11 English class. When I first came to CDS in grade 4, I only carried an interest for Lego Star Wars and Hot Wheels and wasn't all that academically inclined. However, as I progressed through middle school, I noticed a change come over myself as I saw myself working a lot harder and being involved with more extracurriculars. It is as if CDS unlocked that sense of self-realization, maturity, and independence that I never thought I had. Over the 8 years of my time at CDS, I have grown in ways I would not have imagined. I've begun to pursue things that I never thought I would enjoy. And to this day, I carry with me the confidence and the belief in myself that CDS has instilled in me since the beginning to become the person I am and can become. It must be. Anthony is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Physics Achievement Award. He's studying health sciences at Queen's University. Ryan Cianchetti. Ryan's been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurricular is hockey. His fondest memory, winning the CISA Hockey Championship. I'm so thankful for all the opportunities I had at CDS. I made a lot of friends trying new activities and playing sports. This is surprisingly easy when you sit on the bench as much as I have. I hope to use everything I've learned, both in the classroom and in the hallways, as I continue on to university. Ryan is an Ontario Scholar and is studying electrical and computer engineering at Queen's University. Caleb Clark. Caleb has been at CDS since grade 7. His favorite extracurricular was soccer. His fondest memory, winning OFSA gold for track and field. I'd like to thank CDS for helping me through my high school years. I made tons of good friends and I'm excited to have them for the rest of my life. CDS offered many awesome opportunities that I was grateful to be part of, like Halifax with hockey, running in Hawaii, football in Europe, and being stranded in Peru. I hope everyone has a fun and good experience after CDS. Caleb is an Ontario Scholar and is studying Management and Organizational Studies at Western Huron. Taylor Ewert. Taylor's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars have been the play. Her fondest memory, GY Bow on the day of the final show. These past 4 years of my life have gone by so quickly, and I could not have thought of a better place to spend them. Firstly, I'd like to thank my parents for providing me the opportunity to study here, to my teachers who've given me an incredible amount of support through my time here, and to my friends who've made CDS an unforgettable place. I've had so many great memories here, including all the plays that I was a part of, the grad trip, and making lifelong friends. CDS is a place that I will never forget, and I'm excited for what is to come in the future. Taylor is taking a gap year. Daniel Gaeta. Daniel has been at CDS since grade 11. His favorite extracurricular was the soccer team. His fondest memory, winning CISA finals for soccer in grade 11. When I came to the school in grade 11, I was nervous and didn't know what to expect since I was joining so late and everyone had already known each other for so long. But pretty much right away, I felt welcomed by everyone and part of the school as if I'd been here for years. I'd like to thank everyone, including all the students and faculty, for that and for making my experience at CDS so great. Daniel is an Ontario Scholar and is studying sport management at Brock University. Jeevan Gosal. Jeevan's been at CDS since grade 6. His favorite extracurricular has been the CDS snowboard team. His fondest memory, winning OFSA with all the boys. First of all, I want to thank everyone who's graduating alongside me today. All of you have contributed to making my time at CDS memorable and the best time of my life. I want to thank my parents for putting me through CDS, much to my displeasure in the beginning, and always putting in that extra time to help no matter what. I guess I can add a quick shout out to my sisters, since they weren't too bad to deal with all these years. I'd also like to thank the teachers who've continued to push me forward and never gave up hope in me. All in all, CDS was such an amazing time for me, and I hope each and every one of you finds happiness in whatever future field you find yourself in. Jeevan is studying Disaster Emergency Management at York University. Peter Karabatsos. Peter has been at CDS since grade 1. Peter is a lifer. Favorite extracurriculars were the soccer team, his fondest memory, England with the soccer team. Today, I'm very sad to be leaving this great community that has given me so much. I sincerely thank everybody who helped me throughout my time at CDS, every teacher, coach, and friend that has been with me every step of the way. Thank you for the good times, which I always cherish, and thank you for the challenging times from which I have learned. Most of all, I want to thank my parents for their unconditional love and guidance. This has been the best 4 years of my life. Peter's an Ontario Scholar and is studying science at Queen's University. Michael Kakin. Michael's been at CDS since grade 12. His favorite extracurriculars were the ski team, All You Need to Know About Money Club, DECA, and HOSA. His fondest memory at CDS was when he came in on the first day and everyone was so nice and welcoming. Looking back at my final year of high school, I can honestly say it has been such a remarkable experience. Being the new kid at a school is never easy, but CDS has made my transition easy and quite fun. I'm thankful for all the teachers and faculty members for helping me get through my senior year and helping me get accepted to an amazing school. Even though the end of my senior year was a bit different than I expected due to the ongoing issues, I'll cherish my final moments of my high school years forever. Lastly, I'd like to say thank you to my parents who have patiently endured the pain of helping me finish high school. If it wasn't for them, I doubt I would be entering medical school. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Michael is an Ontario Scholar with distinction. He's studying medicine at the Royal College of Surgeons, Ireland. David Kuntz. David has been at CDS since grade 10. His favorite extracurriculars have been basketball, soccer, rugby, MUN, student council, if that counts. Fondest memory at CDS, spending time with my friends in between classes. Walking into CDS 3 years ago, I would never have dreamed that this school would become my home, but it has. I stand up here with an overwhelming feeling of gratitude towards my CDS family. I'll always cherish the time I spent playing alongside my friends on the court and field. Through all of the wins and losses, I'm glad I experienced it with all of you. Thank you to my teachers and coaches who've brought out the best in me. To my grandparents, Anna and Charlie, it means so much that you're always there for me, no matter where we go. Thank you to my parents who've taught me to give it my all in everything that I do. I would not be standing here today without both of you. Finally, thank you to my amazing friends for the great times and memories. Looking forward to many more. I'm truly going to miss you. Well, most of you. David is an Ontario Scholar with distinction and is studying Honours Integrated Business and Engineering at Ohio State University. Nusha Naziri. Nusha has been at CDS since JK. Nusha is a lifer. Her favorite extracurriculars were tennis and portraits. Her fondest memory, the junior school production of The Rock and Tale of Snow White. I'm so grateful for all the love and support that CDS has shown me. This school has been my second home for 14 years, and I'll always cherish the memories that I've made here. Thank you to all the students and teachers who've made my experience at CDS unforgettable. I'm sad to say goodbye, but excited to see what the future holds. Nusha is an Ontario Scholar with distinction and is studying architectural studies at the University of Toronto.
Now we come to our Lifer Awards. One of the unique qualities of our school is that a student can attend CDS from kindergarten all the way through to graduating year. On graduation day each year, we recognize students who have been lifers attending CDS from the beginning in kindergarten or grade 1 until now, the moment of their graduation. Once again, this is a large group this year. Our 2020 lifers are Jack Benjamin, Brianna Di Battista, Maddie Ganshorn, Taryn Goldberger, Peter Karabatsos, Yasmin Kirby, Brahms Creever, Nusha Naziri, Holly Nichols, Maximilian Railton, Anthony Rea, Matthew Roberts, Arthur Segalin, Jonathan Scarth, Hannah Siegel, Eve Stewart, Billy Cholis, Georgie Cholis, and Dylan Walker. Congratulations to all of our lifers.
Next comes GYD. Sam Bambassett. Sam has been at CDS since grade 2. His favorite extracurricular was soccer. His fondest memory, every moment spent with the guys and teachers I love. First of all, I'd like to apologize to the teachers whose jobs I've made a little tougher and a lot more stressful, but I had a great time, so I hope you did too. I'm grateful the way my friends and teachers have shaped who I am today. I appreciate the good and the bad moments. They've all influenced me, and I'm so happy I was able to experience it, surrounded by people who I love and who feel like family. Sam is taking a gap year. Anna Croxon. Anna has been at CDS since grade 3. Her favorite extracurriculars were debating and public speaking, inclusivity, and mock trial. Her fondest memories, traveling with the debate team, which helped me to develop lifelong friendships with people from all around the world. To my teachers, thank you for not teaching me how to learn, to mindlessly absorb information, or even to agree with you. Instead, thank you for teaching me how to think and to always seek to understand. Thank you for the after-hours conversations where you helped me piece together my uncertainty about the world, for encouraging me to think about things outside of myself, for loving learning simply for the sake of it, and for always believing in me. To my peers, I feel so privileged to have learned alongside you. I know that your fervent drive to create a better world will continue far beyond these walls. To my family, thank you for fostering an environment of endless opportunity, choice, and love. I am who I am because of you. I'm so proud to have gone to CDS and will always strive to make CDS proud of me. Anna is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Nature of Change Achievement Award. She's studying International Development and Journalism at George Washington University. Nika Gashimi. Nika has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars were tennis and yearbook. Her fondest memory, the GY trip, where I got the opportunity to form stronger bonds with everyone around me. 4 years ago, when I started attending CDS, I had a clear image of the kind of person I wanted to be. Today, I can gladly say my grade 9 self would be proud of the progress I've made. For this progress, I want to thank my teachers for helping me find genuine interest in every subject, for teaching me that academic tasks should always be completed with genuine interest and curiosity, rather than with the focus of a test mark. I want to thank my classmates for accepting me and making every school day the best it can be. I want to thank my family for their endless love and support, always pushing me to ameliorate in every way to become the best version of myself. I never would have thought a school could feel like home. Thank you, CDS. I hope to make you proud. Nika is an Ontario Scholar and is studying science at the University of Western Ontario. Erica Gezi. Erica has been at CDS since grade 3. Her favorite extracurriculars were rugby and yearbook. Her fondest memory was Fort Week in grade 3. My time at CDS has brought me lifelong friends and memories, and it hurts me to say goodbye. Though this year has been challenging, I will cherish every moment that I spent at this school. Thank you to all my teachers for helping me get to this very day, and my parents for constantly supporting me and giving me the opportunity to attend CDS, and for motivating me to work my hardest to be successful in my post-secondary life. I'm excited about my life ahead of me, but will always hold CDS close. I wish everyone in my graduating class success in their future endeavors. Erica is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction, and she's studying Business Administration at Wilfrid Laurier University. Dominic Jadrewski. Dominic has been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurricular was soccer. His fondest memory, traveling to England with the soccer team. Attending CDS has been a great experience for me. I felt welcomed by the teachers and my fellow graduates. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents for giving me this opportunity of attending this school and making some great memories here at CDS, and my brother for guiding me through this wonderful experience. Dominic is an Ontario Scholar and is studying engineering at Queen's University. Sivash Rob. Sivash has been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurriculars were volleyball and snowboarding. His fondest memory, going up every Wednesday for the snowboard team. I'd like to thank all the teachers and staff for creating an effective environment for learning. I'd also like to thank all my classmates and friends for making my time at CDS fun and memorable. I'm going to miss everyone, and I wish the best as we transition into university and into the next chapter of our lives. Sivash is an Ontario Scholar and is studying psychology and management at Wilfrid Laurier University. Matthew Roberts. Matthew's been at CDS since grade 1. Matthew's a lifer. His favorite extracurricular was robotics. His fondest memory, seeing the new school for the first time. Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for going to the effort to send me to this school. I've enjoyed my time here. Thank you for helping me through life. Thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you for always looking out for me and helping me. I most certainly couldn't have done this without you both. Thank you so very much. Matthew is an Ontario Scholar. He is studying nanotechnology engineering at the University of Waterloo. Jonathan Scarth. Jonathan has been at CDS since grade 1. Jonathan is a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars have been fitness club, robotics, and ping pong. His fondest memory, exploring Montreal during the GY trip. Thank you, family, friends, and teachers for supporting me for the past 12 years. I've been privileged to attend CDS. It's been a long journey from the junior school, and although we can't be certain what the future brings, I'm sure that CDS has us best prepared for whatever lies ahead. Jonathan is studying international economics and finance at Ryerson University. Sean Song. Sean has been at CDS since grade 11. His favorite extracurriculars were the basketball team, concert band, robotics club, and the badminton team. His fondest memory, looking up for the stars at night during band camp. Before I came to CDS, I studied in various schools, private Chinese elementary schools, public middle school, and a public Canadian middle school and high school. And I would say sincerely that my fondest and most meaningful years are the last 2 years at CDS. I only spent 2 years here, but there are already so many great memories I have to keep track of. I will for sure remember the Temagami trip, the robotics competitions, band camp, the basketball games, and definitely the dining hall. So for those of you who are not graduating this year, cherish your time at CDS and make the most of it. Stay tight with the community and support each other until all of you find your goals. Sean is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Computer Science Achievement Award and the CLAP Medal, the Outstanding Achievement Award for Grade 12 Music. He's studying software engineering at the University of Waterloo. Angelica Tate. Angelica has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurricular was the snowboarding team. Her fondest memory, graduating. I'm thankful for the experience CDS has given me. I'm so grateful to have met my best friends and for such an open and accepting environment. Thank you to my teachers who've helped me succeed throughout the years and to all my peers who've supported me. Thank you to my parents who've always encouraged me and had my back through everything. I wish the remaining teachers luck for the following graduates as the class of 2020 gets to graduate with some of the best teachers from CDS. Angelica is an Ontario Scholar and is studying environmental studies at the University of Ottawa. And here we are at GYE. Carly Campoli. Carly's been at CDS since grade 7. Her favorite extracurriculars were softball, the plays, and senior choir. Her fondest memory being stuck in Germany with my friends on the band trip and all of the plays I've been a part of. Feels like just yesterday I was walking into CDS for the first time, overwhelmed by the fear of not having friends and by Mr. Mack's booming voice as he welcomed the 7A students. I remember getting lost for the first time, at which point Mr. Drake escorted me and reunited me with my parents in the parking lot. And I remember going home thinking that there was no way I could possibly fit in. But somewhere in between fearing for my life and standing here, I found a home away from home. During my time at CDS, I've managed to forge relationships with friends and teachers that I will cherish forever. As I venture into this new chapter of life, I look back with gratitude on all the memories, experiences, and opportunities that my time at CDS has given me, and can only hope that the future is just as amazing. Carly is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Drama Achievement Award. She is studying business at UBC. Gaydon Hay. Gaydon's been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurriculars was anything after school with the boys. His fondest memory, grade 9 health class about adulthood. First, I'd like to thank my mom for everything she has done for the past 18 years. Secondly, I want to express appreciation to the family that I've been living with for the past 6 years in Canada. I couldn't have become who I am without the help of every single one of them. Thanks to the CDS community for making me a better person. Gaydon is an Ontario Scholar. He's studying computing at Queen's University. Sam Henderson. Sam has been at CDS since grade 7. His favorite extracurriculars were Model UN, senior soccer, and senior baseball. His fondest memory, bus rides home from away soccer games. I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers I've had during my time at CDS, as well as the amazing coaches that pushed me to work as hard as I did. Going to England this year and competing alongside my friends is a moment I will remember forever. To all the boys, there's no group of guys I would have rather spent these last 4 years with. I hope you all succeed in university. Sam is an Ontario Scholar and is studying business administration at Wilfrid Laurier University. Drew Kennedy. Drew has been at CDS since grade 8. Favorite extracurriculars were basketball, tennis, and the Model UN. Fondest memory, laughs shared with friends. I'd like to say thank you to CDS for helping make the last few years great ones. The CDS community has provided me with unwavering support throughout all my years here, and I'll always be grateful for that. To my friends, thank you for filling my high school experience with amazing memories, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. To my sister, you are a ray of sunshine, and I hope you know that I dearly cherish the time I spend with you. Most importantly, to my parents, I'll never be able to properly thank you for all that you've done for me. You are my biggest fans, and I would not be where I am today without your unconditional love and support. I'm excited to see what the future brings. Drew is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Chemistry Achievement Award and the Grade 12 English Achievement Award. She is studying computer science at the University of Waterloo. Yasmin Kirby. Yasmin's been at CDS since JK. Yasmin is a lifer. Her favorite extracurricular was robotics. Her fondest memory, working on the Green Build project for Breakout Week. The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse. Edward Koch. I chose this quote as it reflects what I feel about the graduating class of 2020, and I can't help but wonder what amazing things you will all accomplish. I will miss the place I've spent 14 years of my life in. I'll miss the people I've seen every day since JK through grade 12, and I'll miss the teachers and staff of CDS and the relationships I have built over the years. I'd like to thank my family, friends, and teachers for always believing in me and pushing me to be the best I can be. I wouldn't be up here today without you. Graduation is not the end, it's the beginning. Yasmin is an Ontario Scholar. She is studying environmental management at the University of Guelph. Brahms Sebastian Creever. Brahms has been at CDS since JK. He's a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars were the CDS tennis team and the fun with the coaches. His fondest memory, the CDS Washington trip in grade 10. Firstly, I'd like to thank my peers. It's been an honor graduating alongside all of you. I never in my life met a more amicable, affable, and brighter collective of individuals. Secondly, I'd like to thank my family for giving me the opportunity to attend CDS and for supporting me at every stage of my life. What more can I say than I'll never be able to repay you guys, literally and figuratively. Lastly, I'd like to end on this note. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you. Brahms is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction. He's studying industrial engineering at the University of Toronto. Anthony Rea. Anthony has been at CDS since JK. Anthony is a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars, the plays, golf, and baseball teams. His fondest memory, secret naps in the library during spare. Anthony Rea has been at CDS for 14 years. Anthony has earned the unique distinction of being the only JK student at CDS to shut down the school when he had decided it was a good time to hide from his mother at the end of the school day. During his time at CDS, Anthony was an active member of the extracurricular programs like CDS's drama productions and sports teams. Anthony wants to thank all of the amazing teachers with whom he had the privilege and opportunity to learn from. He wishes his classmates the best of luck next year and looks forward to visiting CDS as an alumni in the near future. Anthony would also like to thank his parents for giving him the opportunity to come to such a prestigious school. It means the world to him. Thank you. Anthony is studying psychology at York University. Lev Smekov. Lev has been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurriculars have been tennis and snowboarding. His fondest memory, the snowboard team. Good game. Well played, everybody. It's been fun. Thank you all for dealing with me. Leo is an Ontario scholar and is studying mathematics, financial analysis, and risk management at the University of Waterloo. Georgie Cholas. Georgie's been at CDS since grade 1. Georgie is a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars have been soccer, debating, and DECA. His fondest memories, all of the debates, stories, and laughs at lunchtime with the boys. Thank you to my mom, dad, brother, and sister for finding the patience to live with me. To my grandparents, Vaso, Effie, George, and Bill, who sacrificed everything for me to be here. To all my aunts, uncles, and cousins in Canada and the US for your constant support. Thank you to my teachers who made CDS so exciting every day, and to my coaches who've taught me more than I could ever learn in the classroom. And finally, to my friends whom I've spent my life with. What else to say? But we did it all. Although our paths now go in different directions, I don't worry. I need only think back to any of our memories to remind myself of the wisdom and laughter we shared. I look forward to the day where we can sit down and remember them together. Thank you, CDS, and goodbye. Georgie is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying Commerce at the University of Toronto, Rotman. Billy Cholas. Billy has been at CDS since grade 1. Billy's a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars were the theater productions. His fondest memory, getting to grow up alongside my brothers. I've only gotten this far successfully because of Mom and Dad. This isn't the first thank you, and it won't be the last. Every achievement I have is just as much yours as it is mine. When I first arrived here as a kid in grade 1, I'll admit that I dreaded the idea of having to wear a uniform. 12 years later, and I'll admit, after the hiatus away from CDS, I became keen to get the chance to wear the uniform once more. Not only because I look good in it, but because by wearing it, I get the chance to proudly represent a school that I've loved for a long time. I will miss getting the chance to regularly do so. Thank you, CDS, for always being a beautiful constant in an unpredictable world. And to my class, I'd give it all up to do it one more time. Billy is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Film Achievement Award. He's studying film and television production at the University of Southern California. Next in the queue is GYF. Ariana Akbaria. Ariana has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars have been art and portraits. Her fondest memory is the 2020 semi-formal. Being a student at CDS has been an incredible experience that I will never forget. I've made so many of my closest friends here and have had the opportunity to explore and learn more about all of my interests. Leaving CDS is something that I never thought about before, but now that I am, I don't think it's actually sunk in. I know that this coming September, on the first day of school, I will still naturally reach for my blazer and tie and look forward to seeing everyone again. Imagining doing anything different would be difficult and much harder than I had ever thought it would be. I just want to thank my family, teachers, and friends for supporting me throughout my journey at CDS. I'm going to miss everyone so much. Thanks for everything. Ariana is an Ontario Scholar and the recipient of the Grade 12 Art Achievement Award and the Grade 12 Communications Technology Achievement Award. She's studying Arts and Concurrent Education at York University. Jamie Dibble. Jamie's been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurricular was the tennis team. His fondest memory, grade 10 canoe trip. I thoroughly enjoyed my time at CDS. I saw myself grow each year and turn into the person I am today. I met lots of people who are now some of my closest friends. I was able to find and develop new passions that are now very important to me. I've heard many people say that days of high school are the best days of their life, and although I'm still quite young, I can definitely see myself saying that when I'm older. Thank you to my family, my peers, and all the staff that helped and supported me through this journey. Jamie is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Advanced Functions Achievement Award. He's studying music at Wilfrid Laurier University. Noah Fodor. Noah has been at CDS since grade 5. His favorite extracurriculars were robotics, his fondest memory, the grade 8 Ottawa trip. I'd like to thank my parents for sending me to CDS for the last 7 years. I've made friendships to last a lifetime. I wish everyone the best of luck next year and in the future. Taryn Goldberger. Taryn has been at CDS since grade 1. Taryn is a lifer. Her favorite extracurriculars have been the school plays. Her fondest memories, making really close friends throughout the years who will always have a place in my heart. When I first arrived at CDS in grade 1, I would occasionally catch glimpses of the senior school students, and in my mind, I always thought it was so far away. The thought of graduation had always seemed distant, like it would never arrive. But now I'm here, standing alongside the people I've known for so many years. All of us are looking out towards an unknown, unpredictable future that is awaiting us in post-secondary. But thanks to CDS, I feel I am ready to face it head on. Taryn is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Writers' Craft Achievement Award. She is studying English at Brock University. Ava Morrison. Ava's been a student at CDS since grade 3. Her favorite extracurricular was tennis. Her fondest memory, the Washington trip. Thank you to everyone who made my time at CDS so special. I will cherish these memories forever. Ava is an Ontario Scholar and is studying Business Administration at Wilfrid Laurier University. Channing Noxon. Channing's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurricular was track, and her fondest memory, the GY trip. I'm so glad that I chose to come to such a supportive school. Not only is it great for educational support, but I've also gained lots of support from the friends I've met here. Thank you for a great high school experience. Channing is an Ontario Scholar and is studying equine management at the University of Guelph. Louisa Pagliacelli. Louisa has been at CDS since grade 7. Her favorite extracurricular was peer tutoring in the middle school. Her fondest memory, the semi of 2020. I came to CDS when I was in grade 7 and I made the most amazing memories. Thank you to my friends, family, and teachers for supporting me throughout all my years here. I'll miss everyone very much. Louisa is an Ontario Scholar and is studying social science at the University of Toronto. Daniel Shaw. Daniel's been at CDS since grade 4. His favorite extracurricular was the snowboard team. His fondest memory, missing classes on Wednesdays to go snowboarding with the boys. I'd like to thank all my teachers and the supporting staff of CDS for putting up with me over the past 8 years. Looking back, I have so many fond memories to draw from, most specifically the outdoor ed adventures and being a part of the CDS snowboard team. I've watched myself and all of my friends grow up around me. It all happened so fast. My most favorite memories come from my high school years. Time flies when you're having fun, and high school was the shortest 4 years of my life. Thank you for all the memories. Next year, Daniel is studying motive power at Fanshawe College. Lauren Silker. Lauren's been at CDS since grade 10. Her favorite extracurriculars were horseback riding and trying new things with my friends. Her fondest memory was the grade 12 semi. I'm really grateful that I moved to CDS when I did. It was an amazing opportunity for me to step out of my comfort zone and meet lots of new people, all of whom were extremely welcoming. I'm going to miss CDS a lot, and if anyone's ever in Woodbridge or Halifax, feel free to stop by. Lauren is an Ontario Scholar and is studying commerce at Dalhousie University. Liam Wishart. Liam has been at CDS since grade 2. His favorite extracurriculars have been snowboarding and baseball. His fondest memory, competing at OFSA on the snowboard team. I want to thank everyone who's had an impact on my life and allowed for me to grow and become a better person. I've had a great experience over the years I spent here, and it would not have been so great if it weren't for the people standing here today. Liam is an Ontario Scholar and is studying Science and Business at the University of Waterloo.
The Board of Directors Awards are given to students whose engagement in all areas of the life of the school has been exceptional during their time in the senior school. These students personify the core CDS value of education with balance. Our Board of Directors Award recipients for this year are Carly Campoli, Michaela Dabbett, Joey Johnson, David Kuntz, Henna Mangat, Carson Roy, and Sean Song. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you for your tremendous contribution to our school.
And next we have GYG. Spencer Fullerton. Spencer's been at CDS since grade 4. Her favorite extracurriculars were volleyball, debate, and public speaking. Her fondest memory, the semi-formal. Firstly, I'd like to thank all of my teachers for helping me grow as an individual at CDS, and I'd like to thank the entire faculty for making CDS a safe and happy place for everyone to learn, and making it my second home for 9 years. Secondly, I'd like to thank my friends for becoming my second family over the past years. Thank you for always being there for me through every obstacle. CDS has given me the opportunity to make so many great friends and memories that will last a lifetime, and for that, I will always be grateful. Finally, I'd like to thank my family for being my biggest support system and always being there for me when I needed them the most. I couldn't have asked for a better team by my side through everything. Spencer is an Ontario Scholar and is studying arts at the University of Toronto. Joey Johnson. Joey's been at CDS since grade 10. His favorite extracurriculars were DECA, hockey, yearbook, and peer tutoring, and his fondest memory was winning the hockey championship in grade 11. Coming to the school in grade 10, I was worried that the infamous high school friend groups would already be set in stone and that I would be alone, eating breakfast for lunch in the corner by myself. However, from my very first day, I quickly realized that this was not the case, as all of my classmates took me under their wing and treated me like I was a lifelong friend. Any regrets I had quickly disappeared, and the daily conversations on the Berry bus, hockey games with the boys, and the hot-blooded chess games in the GY lounge only further cemented this. I know that I'm going to miss everyone a lot, but I also know that this is not the end of our close bonds, and that the friends I made here will span into lifelong friendships. Joey is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Calculus and Vectors Achievement Award and the Grade 12 Data Management Achievement Award. He's studying Business Administration and Computer Science at Laurier and Waterloo. Evan Lejoy. Evan has been at CDS since grade 9. Our years together at CDS have been special. Someday we'll look back, however, and think that we graduated at the strangest time ever. Until then, get ready to take on the world. Success comes from working smart with a bit of luck. Evan is studying Communication Studies at Wilfrid Laurier University. Charlotte Martin. Charlotte's been at CDS since grade 6. Her favorite extracurricular was volleyball. Her fondest memory? At the Spring Carnival in grade 11 when I was trapped in a bouncy castle. Although the coronavirus canceled the rest of our senior year, I'll always cherish the amazing memories CDS has gifted me. I'm so happy I found my friends and was able to create lifelong friendships and bonds. Although high school wasn't actually like High School Musical, the majority of the grade definitely heard me sing unnecessarily loud and for no reason whatsoever. I definitely wanted to recreate the full high school experience like they do in the movies. Thank you to everyone at CDS who made high school an unforgettable experience. I'll miss you guys. Charlotte is studying arts at Queen's University. Reagan Niju. Reagan's been at CDS since grade 3. Her favorite extracurricular was soccer. Her fondest memory, the grade 9 soccer trip. I can't even express how much the people I've met at CDS mean to me. I'll never forget the time I've spent here and the wonderful memories I've made. Thank you for everything. Reagan is an Ontario Scholar and is studying criminology at the University of Ottawa. Holly Nichols. Holly's been at CDS since JK. Holly is a lifer. Her favorite extracurricular was playing on all the sports teams with my friends. Her fondest memory, the grade 12 East University trip. I'd like to say thank you to all my teachers and friends for making this place feel like a second home. I will miss you all greatly. To my parents, thank you for supporting me in everything I do and being the best parents I could ask for. To my sisters, I look up to you every day, and I'm grateful to have you not only as my sisters, but as my friends. I can't wait for next year. Holly is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying commerce at Dalhousie University. Maximilian Railton. Max has been at CDS since grade 1. He's a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars were soccer and track, his fondest memories, sports trips, the UK soccer trip, and the Hawaii track trip. My first day of grade 1, I walked through the school doors and I was a little nervous to meet my new classmates. As I walk out of the senior school doors in 2020, I've made tons of everlasting friendships, but I'm fortunate to still have some of my original classmates by my side. Thanks to CDS and my teachers, I've had the privilege of visiting many countries, experiencing amazing times with my CDS sports teams, and winning an OFSA gold medal with my relay brothers. I leave CDS with the tools that I need to begin my studies in engineering at McGill and run track for their varsity team. To my graduating class, I wish you all the best as we move forward into uncharted waters. I hope we will stay in touch. Thank you, CDS. I'm proud to be part of your family. Max is an Ontario Scholar and is studying engineering at McGill University. Carson Roy. Carson's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars were playing hockey, soccer and track, and being part of the student council. Her fondest memory at CDS was the opportunity to go to Hawaii for track to train and compete against locals. Racing during a sunset can be checked off my bucket list. I realized it was going to be very challenging to take my time at CDS and compress it into a small speech, so I'll get right to it. On my first day of grade 9, I was overwhelmed with excitement. I couldn't believe the opportunities at my fingertips. Thinking back, that feeling never really left. There was so much I was able to do and participate in. Each opportunity brought its own set of challenges, but the growth we experienced at CDS is something I will remember forever. Someone once asked me if I thought challenge was a bad word, but CDS taught me it's the opposite. We're here today because of perseverance, and I'm beyond grateful I was able to attend CDS and been given this experience. I truly believe that I will live the rest of my life with the memories and life lessons I've learned here. Carson is an Ontario Scholar and is studying kinesiology at Acadia University. Dylan Walker. Dylan has been at CDS since grade 1, and Dylan is a lifer. His favorite extracurricular activities were the snowboard team, his fondest memory, the 2020 Snowboard OFSA weekend. CDS has been a huge influence on the person I am today. As the last of 4 family members who have graduated from here, I'm proud to have been a part of the community for so long and to be graduating today, even though I will miss everyone. I'd like to thank all my teachers, parents, siblings, and friends for guiding me along the way. To everyone graduating, I wish you all the best for next year. Dylan is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying Business Administration and Computer Science at Wilfrid Laurier University. And finally, GYH. Lauren Adams. Lauren's been a student at CDS since grade 4. Her favorite extracurriculars were soccer, volleyball, hockey, and track. Her fondest memory was meeting her best friends at a track meet in grade 4 by pretending to be cows and eating grass. After being at many different schools around the world, I can confidently say that I am finishing my high school education at my favorite one. Without CDS, I would never have met my closest friends and the most influential and supportive teachers. Thank you to my mom for not getting another job in another different country and giving me a strong work ethic. Thank you to my dad for being my personal chauffeur, cook, therapist, and everything in between for the past 18 years. And thank you to my brother for setting the bar way too high for me throughout high school. Thank you, CDS. Lauren is an Ontario Scholar with Distinction and is studying commerce at Queen's University. Abby Boyd. Abby's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars were the Model United Nations, basketball, volleyball, and track. Her fondest memory, all the amazing Model UN trips. These past 4 years at CDS have been filled with amazing friendships, exceptional teachers, and so many unique experiences that I would not have had without this incredible school. CDS has taught me how to be a leader and to have a positive outlook on anything that comes my way. I would like to thank my incredibly supportive parents for giving me the opportunity to attend this school. You have both led by example and shown me exactly the type of person I want to be in the future. Thank you to my brother for always putting a smile on my face when I need it most. Thank you to my grandparents for always showing me unreal amounts of love and support. Finally, thank you to my friends and classmates for filling every day with laughs and making my high school experience more amazing than I could have ever imagined. Abby is an Ontario Scholar and is studying arts at Queen's University. Taylor Caruso. Taylor has been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurriculars were science and math extra help. Her fondest memory is the GY University trip. I can't believe this day is actually here. My parents told me when I came to CDS in grade 9 that my 4 years of high school would fly by. I didn't believe them until now. I'm so thankful to say that I'm part of the CDS community. I've made so many memories during my 4 years here that I will cherish forever. I want to thank my parents for always pushing me to succeed, my friends for being there for me and welcoming me into the school with open arms, and my teachers for always being available for me no matter what. I came to CDS knowing nobody, and now I am leaving with a family. Good luck next year to all my friends. I wish you all nothing but the best in university. I love you all so much, and thank you. Taylor is an Ontario Scholar and is studying professional communication at Ryerson University. Brianna DiBattista. Brianna has been at CDS since JK, and Brianna is a lifer. Her favorite extracurricular was being the manager of the senior girls hockey team. Her fondest memory is all the grade trips and the mom's intramurals team. We were told we had 150 words for our closing lines, but how do you put 14 years of your life into 150 words? I couldn't. CDS has been my home, and I never wanted the day to come where it was time to say goodbye. I want to thank my parents who gave me the opportunity to come to this school, have given me an endless amount of love and support, and to my sisters who've always stuck by my side. Thank you to all my teachers for all that you've taught me. Thank you to my friends for all the laughs and memories that will forever be in my heart. No matter how far apart we are, we'll always be together. I'll never forget my family here at CDS. I wish you all the best with everything you do. Thank you for everything. Brianna is an Ontario Scholar and is studying arts at the University of Guelph. Andrew Easterling. Andrew's been at CDS since grade 9. His favorite extracurriculars were javelin, golf, and the senior school plays. His fondest memory, the first coffee house that I hosted. Earlier this year, there were moments that I was truly heartbroken by the fact that my graduating year was cut short. But I realized that the last 3.5 years was enough. It was enough to have moments of reflection, struggle, laughter, and relief. It was enough for me to be a part of 6 amazing productions that I enjoyed creating, perfecting, and performing. And finally, it was enough time for me to be around some of the coolest, smartest, influential, and supportive people I know. So first, thank you to my loving family for supporting my infliction and my bizarre antics, and thank you to my amazing classmates and inspiring teachers. And although our adventure together was cut short, it was an amazing one to have nevertheless. Andrew is an Ontario Scholar and is studying theatre at the University of Toronto, Mississauga. Maddie Ganzorn. Maddie has been at CDS since grade 1, and Maddie is a lifer. Her favorite extracurriculars were public speaking and debating. Her fondest memory, going on the GY trip and creating unforgettable memories and friendships. My experience at CDS has truly shaped who I am. I'd like to thank my parents and grandparents for always supporting and motivating me and my sister, for inspiring me to pursue my biggest goals and dreams. To my incredible teachers, your guidance, creativity, and enthusiasm has made my time at CDS something I will cherish forever. And to my fellow graduates, your constant support, optimism, and friendship has left me with countless wonderful memories. Although these last few months have been uncertain and not what we had expected for the end of our time at CDS, it has made me appreciate not only the value of my education, but has also allowed me to reflect on some of the amazing experiences I've had at CDS, from the grade 3 amazing race to time spent in the GY lounge and everything in between. I will be forever grateful. Maddie is an Ontario Scholar with distinction and is studying media, information, and technoculture at the University of Western Ontario. Damien Grant. Damien has been at CDS since grade 11. His favorite extracurricular was the snowboard team. His fondest memory, outdoor ed Tomogamy trip. As most of you know, in grade 11, I left my small community, left my friends and family behind to move to the big city so that I could join CDS. I did this in order to improve my education and be well prepared for university. However, I received so much more. I was welcomed with open arms by the CDS community, made amazing friends, and got the opportunity to live so many experiences that I would never had the chance to do. To my host family, the Von Schillings, thank you for making me part of your family. Without you, attending CDS would not have been possible. I will be forever grateful to all of you who have been part of my journey at the Country Day School. Damien is an Ontario scholar and is studying business administration at Wilfrid Laurier University. Arsalan Kusha. Arsalan has been at CDS since grade 8. His favorite extracurricular was basketball. His fondest memory, data management class with Mr. Mayhem. The time I've spent at CDS has been the best 5 years of my life. CDS has not only provided me with lifelong friends and unforgettable memories, but it's also shaped me into who I am today. I want to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to go to such a great school and for everything they've done for me. I want to thank my coaches and teachers for helping me become the best version of myself. Out of all of the schools I've attended, I have never met more compassionate and caring people. Even though our grad year got cut short, this has been an incredible journey, GYs. I couldn't imagine spending it with anyone else. Thank you for accepting me and making me a part of the family since day one. Arsalan is an Ontario scholar and he's studying science at Queen's University. Haley Law Faucher. Haley's been at CDS since grade 9. Her favorite extracurricular was the CDS snowboard team. Her fondest memory, the CDS snowboard team and the Washington trip. My time at CDS has been the best years of my life. I'm so thankful to have been able to attend a school where the teachers truly cared about my future and supported me in achieving anything I put my mind to. I've met so many amazing people, made long-lasting memories, and most importantly, learned so much about myself and the person I want to be. I'd like to thank my teachers for their endless support and guidance, my parents for giving me the opportunity to attend this amazing school, and my best friends who have made these years truly incredible. CDS has made an everlasting impact on my life, and I'm leaving here knowing that I have a bright future ahead of me. To the GY class of 2020, I'll miss you all so much, and thank you for making these 4 years unforgettable. Haley is an Ontario scholar with distinction and is studying media production at Ryerson University. Arthur Segalin. Arthur's been at CDS since JK. Arthur's a lifer. His favorite extracurriculars were hockey, tennis, and the Model UN. His fondest memory was the sports and the extracurricular trips. It's been a quick 14 years. It feels like just yesterday that I was playing grounders on the junior school playground and going on school trips to the museum. I want to thank the staff who spread their passion in academics and athletics to me, inspiring me and giving me an idea of what I am passionate about and want to pursue. Thank you to the great friends and people who I grew with, learned with, and shared great times with. I want to thank my parents for putting me through 14 years of wonderful schooling, a great experience and atmosphere, and dedicating a lot of time and energy to ensure that I had a great and meaningful time. Arthur is an Ontario scholar and is studying business administration and computer science at Wilfrid Laurier University. Congratulations, graduates of 2020. When you're able to return to the school, you will see this composite hanging in the Link hallway. Congratulations. One of the most cherished traditions on graduation day is the ability to welcome Ed Eberts back to the school. Ed always brings a huge heart and love for everything CDS, and we welcome him here to this graduation ceremony.
John, thank you. I'd like to begin today by saying I wish we were back at CDS to honor our 2020 graduates in person. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 scare, we're having to break with tradition and do so remotely this year. Even so, I hope you'll enjoy my remarks that were made 2 summers ago, shared with CDS students, because I believe they're as important today as they were back then. Now it's my privilege to honor today's 2020 graduates and wish them success in their post-graduation careers. Do remember to keep in touch with your fellow classmates, and don't be shy to come by your CDS alma mater whenever you're in the neighborhood. Thank you. Graduation is an important thing, what that experience is. And I love it, although I crack down every time. When I speak at graduation, I do the same thing. I mean, I've been on the campus every year for 45 years, and a tear comes to my eye every time I come here. And I enjoy speaking at graduation. I try to make it without cracking up. I never have. I came very close this year. John Liggett, who's the head of school now, says he can't look at me from the stage because he's going to grab for Kleenex as well. Now we have over 700 kids, which is a long way from, say, 100, part of whom were part-time in kindergarten. That's a big, wide web. And now that we have so many people who've been to the school, I think the count was 1,000 since 1991, 1,537 alumni. They spread the word for us. And I have met some of these alumni by circumstance in Canada, coming up to me and say, "You probably don't remember me, but you were the person who spoke to us. And you were right." I said that they have to realize that being here is a privilege. They're going to have to carry on that privilege and give back to the school. And when in the neighborhood, they've got to come by. They're always welcome to come by and have a visit and see what's going on. And in my case, I said, I've come back every year for 45 years. And I'm not done yet. Yes, I may cry when I do it, but I couldn't live without doing it.
Thank you, Mr. Eberts. The recipients of these next awards, our character awards, are exemplary of the excellence and involvement that define the CDS experience. They are the epitome of our portrait of a CDS graduate. Firstly, we have the Louise Rye Award. Ms. Rye was a member of the CDS faculty for 19 years until her retirement in 1996. This award, which was established in her honor, is given annually to a student who has shown leadership and served the CDS community unselfishly for several years. This year's recipient is Isabella Busada. Congratulations, Izzy. The Saunders Award was donated by a CDS family and is presented annually to a graduating year student for leadership and contribution to school life. This year's recipient is David Kuntz. Congratulations, David. The next award is the Al Jackson Award. Al Jackson was a member of CDS's faculty from 1988 to 2005. And this award was established by the graduating class of 2007 in his memory. This award is given to the student or students in the graduating year whose positive, supportive, and optimistic approach to school life has enriched the lives of other students by helping them progress through their year and by caring about their well-being. This year, the graduating class decided that the Alan B. Jackson Award should go to Carly Campoli and Joey Johnson. Congratulations, Carly and Joey.
And now for the Head of Schools Award. This award is being presented to a student who has had to work hard for academic success and has given their utmost in a wide range of school activities. With great pride, we present this award to Carson Roy. It's now time for our valedictory address. It's traditional for our graduating year class to select on their own an individual to speak on their behalf at the closing ceremony. It's a great honor at this time to introduce you to this year's valedictorian, Georgie Cholas.
Although that was filmed a few days ago and I have no idea what it said, I'd like to thank Mr. Liggett for his kind words and introduction. And I'd like to congratulate you, yes, you watching, not on your graduation, but on your survival. I'm filming this in early November, so if you are watching, it means you have survived another month in 2020, that you've only got 1 month left, so good luck with that. Before I begin, I'd like to thank our headmaster, Mr. Liggett, the chairman of our board, Mr. Myers, our director of senior school, Ms. Bland, and all of the other directors, teachers, and supporting staff members here at the school for their efforts through this crisis. And I'd also like to thank my mom and dad for the support they gave me in my time at CDS. And on behalf of the graduating class, I'd like to extend that thank you to all of the parents of the students of this year for your unconditional work, which at times may have felt for nothing in the face of this virus, but is recognized and appreciated nonetheless. And to the graduates, I hope your transition to post-secondary life has been as smooth as can be. I wish you guys were all here in this theater with me today. When I sat down to write this speech, I had no idea what I was going to say. I wish I could tell you that everything was going to be okay, but that's simply not the reality of things. You see, in today's world, tomorrow's plan is as good as a toss-up, next week is a shot in the dark, next month is a whole new world, and at this rate, next year is practically a galaxy we've yet to discover. To try and tell you how to navigate the future seemed daunting, if not impossible. Regardless, I knew that was a question I needed to try and answer for you. I didn't know myself, so I tried to answer it. But I couldn't look to the future without also remembering the past. And I hope that if I use those two things, we could find a way to move forward in the present, however uncertain it may be. And so that's what I did. I sat down and thought about the future. I asked myself what the future told us about charting the unknown. I sat for a few quick minutes before I got my answer. It tells us nothing because it hasn't happened yet. What we know to be the future is simply a construction of our imagination. And so that's when I realized that maybe we've become too caught up in trying to plan this life. I only remember 3 things from middle school. On the first day, Mr. Sherman came to our group. He said, "All right, folks, welcome to Middle Earth." And then what felt like a few days passed by, and he returned to our group again. And he looked at us and he said, "All right, everybody, you're now departing Middle Earth. Good luck in high school." And that was it. That was middle school. But somewhere in between, he told my 8th grade class about a line he had heard in a movie. No plan survives its first contact with implementation. No plan survives its first contact with implementation. In other words, no plan is perfect. You simply cannot account for everything that life will throw your way. For the first time, I began to think that maybe my question was flawed to begin with. Why try to plan the unplannable? Why try to plan this life at all? It's become an unhealthy obsession with our generation. I want a wife or a husband of this height, this many kids, this car, who I'm going to know, how much money I'm going to have, where I'm going to live. And then when all of those boxes are checked off, we're going to be one thing: happy. But isn't that why we were disappointed by this year? Because things did not turn out as perfectly as we had imagined them. And so I learned, as long as we continue to expect or plan for what we think is going to make us happy, we will be unsatisfied, because plans rarely work out. But these expectations and plans don't merely set us up for dissatisfaction. I believe they also stop us from living a proper life. To decide what you want out of life today implies that you will be the same person in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and beyond. It implies that you will not change. It implies that you will not grow. And it implies that you will not learn. To limit yourself to one path closes us off from all of the other organic directions that this journey will want to take us, and we stop becoming better human beings as a result. So, I tell you not to focus on the path you feel you're supposed to be on, but on what your heart and soul tells you you should be doing in this moment right now. I can't put it any better than Best Picture winner Parasite of last year did. You know what kind of plan never fails? A father told his son. No plan. No plan at all. Because life cannot be planned. Now, if you're watching this, you're saying, my God, I just graduated high school, and my valedictorian is telling me I don't need to plan a thing. This is exactly what I needed. I would like to sign up for this offer. I've been looking for this all along. I would be thinking the same thing too. And if you're watching this with your parents, they're probably also saying the same thing. This is exactly what I needed. Some kid to tell my kid that they don't got to plan anything. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No. I wish it was that simple. But that was only half the answer. Now, if the future told me not to spend the present planning, I had to look to the past to figure out what it was that I should be doing. And so that's what I did. I looked to the past. And one thing became very clear very quickly. Our best moments come when times are trying or when things are difficult. Not when we took the easy way out or not when we let our foot off the gas. It was the soccer team busing an hour and a half to Hamilton, losing badly, and then having the whole team come in early on a Friday morning to figure out what went wrong. It was the snowboard team giving a full day of every school week to train, and then going and placing first in the province under the leadership of Jeevan Gosal. It was the cast and crew of every drama production committing ungodly hours to rehearsal, and then going and giving the school a show for 3 days straight. It was David and Isabella and the rest of the student council in one of the shortest windows in school history, going on and giving it one of the best Terry Fox days it has ever seen. And it was all of you, when your grade 12 year was taken away, showing up and doing the work every day. If there's anything that the past tells us, it's that there's something deeply human about confronting not only what is difficult, but more importantly, what we know to be possible. It tells us to pursue something meaningful and to do that thing well. So if the future told me not to plan my life away, the past told me that the most rewarding parts to living are both choosing to do something challenging and then refusing to accept an outcome that is not victory. So that's what I'm telling you today. Throw your plans and expectations and timelines and ideas about what you think you're supposed to be doing all away. Instead, focus on putting your absolute best foot forward in this moment, right now. That is how we operate in the present. Some people will tell you that you only live once, but it's my opinion that if you're never really here, right now, in this moment, you might not even get that once. I'm telling you that if you have the right intention to pursue something meaningful, to do something difficult, or to simply speak to everybody you come across with love, you will win. Accept that this universe is so big, that there are forces at play that we will never know, and ideas too complex for our brains to ever understand. But something tells me, if you make it your priority to win each day you wake up to, it will take care of you. I think Will Smith said it best. He said, you don't set out to build a wall. You don't say, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest, greatest wall that's ever been built. You don't start there. You say, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. And if I do that every single day, soon I will have a wall. But the results of this trying will not always be good. There will be times where we doubt everything that we are doing, and there will be times where we are tempted to quit. And so for those times, I would like to tell you a story. Now, I wish I could tell you that I found this story in some book I was reading, but the truth is that I found it on Instagram 2 years ago. Regardless, one day there was a Chinese farmer, and he had a horse. One day this horse ran away. And all the neighbors came around that evening and said, well, isn't that terrible? And the farmer said, maybe. The next day, the horse came back, and it brought with it 7 wild horses. And so all of the neighbors came around that evening and said, well, isn't that awesome? And the farmer said, maybe. The next day, the farmer's son was trying to tame one of these wild horses. He was riding it, he fell off, broke his leg. And all of the neighbors came around that evening and said, well, doesn't that suck? And the farmer said, maybe. Now the next day, the conscription officers came from the military looking for people to fight in the war. And they rejected the farmer's son because he had a broken leg. And so all of the neighbors came around that evening and said, well, isn't that great? And the farmer said, maybe. We will never be able to control the circumstances of our crazy world. But when our time here is over, we will be judged not on how we handled the world's problems, but on how we handled our own. So maybe it doesn't matter a whole lot anyway. I really do wish you the best of luck. Thank you, and congratulations.
Georgie, we always knew you were a well-spoken, intelligent man, but this speech blew us away, and I'm sure all of the students, staff, and family members would agree. We can only imagine the time, the effort, and the thought that went into this message, and we can't thank you for representing our class in such a way.
That being said, on behalf of the class of 2020, we would like to give you a huge thanks. You unlocked memories and lessons that we together as a class have experienced, learned, and grown from. Through your message, you were able to see past the negatives and focus on the positives of this unprecedented year. Georgie, you're one of my first close friends at CDS, but I speak for all of us when I say that you've been a great friend, classmate, teammate, and leader within the CDS community.
As you outlined in your speech, the future is uncertain. Although you applauded the class of 2020 for being so resilient and adaptive during these difficult times, you must especially be applauded. When you were elected valedictorian, you probably did not expect this to be how you would deliver your speech. Yet, you're able to deliver the speech in a meaningful way that brought us as a graduating class together one last time.
Thanks again, Georgie, and I hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe.
I think we can all agree that 2020 has been a year of challenges. And as we start to look back and reflect on them, we may start to contemplate the lessons we have learned. Lessons that may stand you in good stead, graduates, as you embark on this stage of your lives, whether you're already delving into university or whether you've decided to take a gap year. When we reflect on what this year and the pandemic have taught us, I wonder what it will include for you specifically. How will this year change you as a young adult for the better? The pandemic certainly showed us that we are not as in control of life as we might think we are. That change, for better or worse, can be just around the corner. And change can be difficult for some of us, but especially when it is thrust upon us. Have you started to cherish in-person gatherings more than the world of virtual reality? Have you realized how much you cherish time spent with the elders with your family? Have you spent more time exploring the world close to home rather than racing to explore another country? And have you found joy again in simple things like games nights with family and friends? But what will be the bigger takeaways this year? What have you learned about yourself specifically that will make you a better person, a better human being as you embark on adult life? Resilience probably comes to mind as you've had to navigate changes in plans and a year of post-secondary education that is likely not quite how you imagined it. The Persian poet Rumi philosophized, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I have begun to change myself." Let's think about these words for a moment. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I have begun to change myself. If yesterday was March and you were heading into March break with great plans for your final term at CDS and your plans heading into September, you probably felt quite clever. We have dreams for you to be people who will go out and change the world. Make it a better place. What Rumi suggests is that the way to do that is to start with ourselves. If today you are a little more wise because of the challenges you've embraced this year, how have you changed for the better? And how can you continue to change? Because better people will naturally create a better world, one person at a time. This year has been humbling for all of us. Whether you are a scientist trying to fathom a way to heal people with the virus, whether you're a politician who's trying to manage the economy whilst also keeping your community safe, whether you're a grocery store manager trying to ensure people have enough toilet roll, or the owner of a business who is trying to keep your business afloat for you and your employees, or whether, quite frankly, you are the leaders of a school trying to determine the safest time to hold a graduation ceremony. This year has humbled us. It has taught us that we cannot always rely on the status quo. Some of you know that part of my family is Jamaican, and one of the people I think of as wise was the father of my sister-in-law, Mr. Basil James. Basil came to England from Jamaica in the 1950s, along with many Jamaican men like him. They were recruited to come and drive the buses. He spent his working life in England driving the buses, and his wife Elvira was a homemaker and a seamstress. Basil and Elvira were upstanding people in their community, hard-working family people. Their dream was to save the money and return to Jamaica one day for their retirement. Through sheer hard work, sacrifice, commitment, and determination, they were able to realize their dreams and move back to their village of Newcomb Valley on the south side of the island in their 70s. Basil was a humble man, but he was highly respected both in his community in Handsworth, England, and when he returned back home to Jamaica. He was a clever, thoughtful man who, had he lived today like you, he no doubt would have been off to university, likely studying mathematics or engineering. When we would visit Basil, known as Mr. James to most in his community in Jamaica, he was seen as the wise man, whose counsel you would seek on all manner of things as he sat on his front porch. He was the governor for the local school, and he was a leader in his church community. C.S. Lewis taught us that humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. This, to me, was the epitome of Mr. James. He was a humble man who thought of himself less often, but always thought of others before himself. He wasn't a man who lived in riches in his retirement. He lived a humble life, but he was a rich man in many, many ways. So, if this year has humbled us all, and we wish for you to head out and change the world, I encourage you to take some time to think about how you can change yourself a little at a time, and perhaps consider how you can be more humble, thinking not less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less often. If you have this wisdom in your heart, you will be ready to actualize change in the world. So, here is the moment. You have worked hard. You have supported one another through some incredibly challenging journeys and an especially challenging year. You have recovered from mistakes. You've traveled together. Some of you have been stuck in a Peruvian lockdown together. You have performed, competed, played, and sung together. And you've undoubtedly laughed in the GY Lounge together. And now I can ask you to stand virtually together. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2020. Your young people are finally graduates. You know that such a successful conclusion to the years at the Country Day School is only possible with an incredible team of people throughout the CDS community, working together and striving to be the best they can be. I know I speak for everyone when I offer my heartfelt thanks for all that they have done, both small and large, in the public eye and quietly behind the scenes when no one was watching. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in our celebrations tonight. Be proud of your wonderful young people. We certainly are. We cannot wait to gather when the time is right, be in the same room together, hug and smile and celebrate together. Until then, be safe, stay well, and graduates, make wise decisions.
Hi grads, it's a privilege to be sharing my graduation from CDS along with yours in this most unforgettable year. You've made it through, and I'm confident you'll continue to accomplish wonderful things in the years ahead. I wish you many blessings, including good health, prosperity, and peace in your lives. Take good care of yourselves, this beautiful planet, and those you love. All the best.
Graduates, I have 3 things for you. Work hard, have fun, and follow your dreams.
I just wanted to wish you guys a big congratulations on finishing your high school career. We miss you, but I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Bye.
Hi grads, remember that life is not a problem to solve, but a mystery to behold. Félicitations, and when it's safe to do so, please come back and visit. We'd love to see you. Until then, all the best.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Cheers. Yeah. Don't worry, this is sparkling water.
Class of 2020, congratulations. What an incredible accomplishment. I'm so proud of all of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020, on your well-earned graduation. May the years ahead of you be filled with new adventures, exploration, and possibilities. It's been a great privilege to share the journey with you, some as far back as Middle Earth and 7A. I look forward to reconnecting with you down the road to hear about all of your successes. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Cheers.